Some bikes don't just fit, they make riding easy again. Low seats, upright comfort, smooth power, no drama tech. Today we count down 17 senior-friendly motorcycles built for value, reliability, and real-world miles. Stick around because number 8 hides a premium brand bargain, and number 1 is the low-stress cruiser you should not miss. Number 17, Kawasaki Vulcan 800 Classic. Old school value, low seat, easy slow-speed manners. We get a true classic cruiser vibe without the big-ticket sting or the tech headache. 𝐏𝐄𝐑 S first. Floorboards or relaxed pegs keep ankles calm. Wide bars meet our hands naturally, so shoulders settle and wrists stay relaxed. The saddle is plush, shaped to spread pressure, and the seat height lives in the low 27-inch range, which means flat foot confidence at every stop in town. The Vulcan 800 Classic is friendly at a walking pace. The chassis feels planted, steering stays neutral, and the turning radius makes parking lot U-turns no stress. Clutch take-up is smooth, and the 800 class V-twin serves calm, low RPM torque that lets us roll away without drama. On rough roads, fork and shock tune keep things composed over patched pavement, not marshmallow soft, not harsh. Just a steady, controlled ride that spares the spine. Add a small windshield and fatigue drops fast on breezy days. Simple mechanicals. Carbureted fueling, air-cooled, personality, and a straightforward chain final drive. No mystery menus, no extra sensors to chase. Basic tools, basic maintenance, big peace of mind. Tires, pads, fluids, and go ride. Highway cruise. At legal speeds, the motor hums with no drama pulses, mirrors stay readable, and the long wheelbase tracks straight. This is unhurried, low-effort mileage, the kind that keeps us riding longer without chasing revs. One rider shared, strong, reliable, and with pretty funky handling for a cruiser, the Kawasaki VN800 makes for a useful bike as well as a perfect pose machine. Massive. It's got all the right bits in all the right places, giving a good ride with loads of street presence. Not bad value, but a bugger to keep clean. Price notes. In the US, clean examples commonly live in the low to mid 3,000s, with patient shoppers finding rider-ready bikes around the low 2,000s. Miles, condition, and extras move the tag. Comfort adds that matter. A better seat, a mid-size screen, soft bags or compact hard bags, and maybe a backrest. Those upgrades bring real value that you feel every mile. Knees hate tall seats, ready for step-through ease and no-shift calm. At number 16, Honda Silverwing 600. Step-through, ease, tall screen, no-shift relaxation. We get maxi scooter comfort without premium pricing, and that matters when knees and hips want a break. Seat and posture are friendly. The saddle is supportive, the floorboards let us slide our feet, and the knee angle stays neutral for real miles. The tall screen builds a calmer pocket of air, so shoulders stay relaxed and helmets stop bobbling at speed. The twin-cylinder engine is highway capable, so merging never feels like work. The CVT is the star. Twist, go, no drama. Takeoffs are smooth. Mid-range pull is steady, and creeping through traffic feels calm. Low-speed stability is solid thanks to a low center of gravity, and the long wheelbase tracks straight in parking lot turns. Brakes feel linear, lever effort stays reasonable, and stops are easy to modulate. Storage is a huge win. Under-seat space swallows everyday gear, a rain layer, even a full face in many cases. Add a top case, and weekly errands turn into one trip, not three. Fuel economy is friendly, so we ride longer and stop less. Used pricing sits in cheap territory. In the US, well-kept Silverwings commonly land from the mid-3,000s to the low 5,000s, with outliers below or above based on miles, condition, and extras. On older scooters, check CVT belt and roller condition, battery health, fork seals, brake pads and fluid age, coolant age, and tire date codes. A fresh belt and fresh rubber make a night and day difference. Scooter comfort won you over, or do you crave laid-back chrome? Number 15. Triumph America 865 laid-back, Brit cruiser feel, low seat, simple charm. We get classic lines, a mellow twin, and a riding position that keeps the body quiet for hours. Ergos are easy. The seat sits low in the 27-inch zone, so flat foot confidence is a given. Bars are cushy and sweep and rise. Pegs sit forward enough to relax the knees, and the saddle spreads pressure to spare hips and tailbone. Nothing flashy, just real comfort. The 865 twin serves calm, torquey pull. It is predictable from idle, smooth through the middle, and never ask us to chase revs. Clutch effort is light on most examples, which helps hands that dislike heavy springs. Over seams and patched pavement, the fork stays controlled, not harsh. The rear suspension is basic but honest, set preload for your weight, and it rewards with steady ride quality. Two-up is absolutely viable. Add a backrest or sissy bar, and the pillion gets real support. Brakes are straightforward and linear, so slow turns and downhill stops feel no stress instead of tense. Chain final drive keeps costs low and maintenance simple. One rider shared, the familiar Bonneville twin is a reliable puppy of a motor, pulling away easily, revving freely and consistently, bounding happily enough up to 80 or so, and always being soft, pliant, yet useful. There's no shocks or scares here. Used pricing is the sweet spot. In the US, clean Triumph America models commonly list from the mid-3000s to the low 6000s, depending on year, miles, and extras. Earlier car bikes can be the cheapest buy-in. Later fuel-injected models bring a smidge more, but add cold start ease. Comfort upgrades that matter, a touring seat, a mid-size windshield, and soft or compact hard bags. Those add real value every mile. Prefer silky twins or single-cylinder thump. Number 14. Suzuki Boulevard SC40 LS650 Savage. Single-cylinder thump, low and light, zero fuss. We get a classic cruiser that keeps things simple, cheap, and senior-friendly. Seat height is very low, about 27.5 inches. The frame narrows at the tank, so our legs drop straight, feet plant flat, and stops feel no stress. Bars sweep back to a natural reach. Pegs sit easy. The saddle is basic but friendly, and swapping to a comfort seat turns short hops into all afternoon rides. The big single makes mellow, early torque. Roll away at low RPM, it pulls without drama. Gearing is relaxed in town, steady on two-lane, and never begs us to rev. The belt final drive is clean and quiet, which means less mess, less maintenance, more ride time. Spec feel. At suburban speeds, that thumper vibe is part of the charm. It pulses, not punishes. If you feel too much buzz through the bars, a softer grip or small bar weight fixes it fast. Rear shock preload matters. Set it correctly, and rough pavement turns from jar to controlled. Front brake is a simple single disc. Rear is a drum. Both are linear, predictable, and easy to modulate. Weight sits around the mid-300 pounds, which reads as light when we weave a parking lot or back into a garage. Carburetor fueling is old school, but easy to live with. Keep fresh fuel, a clean plug, and you get no drama starts. In the US, typical used bands run from roughly $2,000 to $4,000, depending on miles, care, and extras. Comfort upgrades that add real value, a better seat, a small windshield, soft bags, and maybe slightly taller bars for shoulder relief. Want upright comfort without tiptoe anxiety? Number 13, BMW F700 GS. Upright ease with a lowerable seat, light ADV feel without the height penalty. We get a neutral standard that rides all day without beating up knees, wrists, or back. Fit first. With the factory low seat and optional low suspension package, seat height can drop to about 30.1 inches. That is confidence for many riders who avoid tall adventure bikes. Bars are natural, pegs are mild, and the triangle keeps hips open. Add a slightly taller seat later if you want more foam without more height. The parallel twin is smooth and no drama. It makes friendly torque down low, cruises steady at legal highway speeds, and never begs for redline antics. Fueling is clean. Clutch pull is light. The gearbox is slick enough that city blocks feel easy. This is how the BMW F700 GS sounds. Suspension. The F700 GS is tuned for mixed roads, not jumps. On cracked pavement, it stays composed and returns to steady quickly, not floaty. For low-speed balance, the weight sits low in the frame, so parking lot drills feel controlled. Brakes are strong and linear, and ABS is common on most years, a real help on wet days. AR flow. Add a taller screen and the wind pocket gets quiet. Hand guards cut chill. A comfort seat turns this into a legit commuter tourer that still parks easy. Price notes. In the US, low suspension, low seat examples usually fetch a modest premium, but still sit in cheap to reasonable territory for a BMW twin. Accessories that add real value: taller screen, comfort seat, side cases, and engine guards. Those improve range, comfort, and peace of mind without adding complexity. At number 12, the Yamaha V-Star 950 and the 950 Tourer. Roomy triangle, very low seat, relaxed belt drive smoothness. We get big bike looks with easy manners and senior grade comfort. The seat rides low, about 26.5 inches, which means flat foot confidence at every stop. Bars are wide, but not a reach. They settle the shoulders and keep wrists relaxed. Floorboards let ankles rest where they want. The saddle is plush for a stock cruiser. Add a touring seat and you get all-day comfort for real. The 942 cubic centimeter air-cooled twin makes calm, early torque. Twist and it moves with no surprises. Belt drive keeps things quiet and clean. Around town, gearing is friendly. On the highway, it settles into a smooth, unhurried lope that saves energy and reduces fatigue. Ride quality. Stock shock is decent solo, set preload right, and it handles patched pavement without kicking the spine. 2 up, bump it a notch or two, and the bike stays controlled. The chassis tracks straight, holds a line, and feels planted at suburban speeds and steady highway pace. Tourer trim is a win for comfort. Factory windshield, bags, and a backrest that keeps the passenger happy. If you have the base model, a mid-size screen transforms chest pressure, and soft bags handle daily. Carry without weight or fuss. The US used market is strong and affordable. Clean examples commonly live in the mid-$3,000s to mid-$6,000s, depending on miles, trim, and extras. Pay a little more for the Tourer if you want plug-and-play comfort bits from day one. That is real value you feel every mile. Classic standard posture and slow down zen ahead. The Royal Enfield Classic 350. Vintage vibe, modern manners. And yes, number 1 still looms with the lowest seat and the biggest confidence boost. In the 11th spot, we've got Royal Enfield Classic 350. Affordable, relaxed standard with vintage look and modern manners. We get metal, charm, and no drama riding that treats the body right. Ergos, upright bars meet our hands naturally. The seat is supportive without sinking, so hips and tailbone stay calm. The triangle feels open, with mid-pegs that spare the knees on slow cruises. Seat height is about 31.7 inches. The narrow waist helps many of us plant a solid foot for confidence at stops. Engine feel. The single makes a gentle, low RPM pull. It thumps along with character, not punishment. Roll on from a light, and it moves smoothly. No need to chase revs or fight the clutch. Vibrations, background flavor, not numb hand pain. This is the top speed of the Royal Enfield Classic 350. Spec check. Slow speed fueling is smooth, so parking lot crawls and U-turns feel controlled. The turning circle is tidy for a standard. We can loop back in tight spaces without wrestling. At suburban pace and an easy highway, the chassis tracks straight and steady. Comfort tweaks. A mid-size screen cuts chest pressure for longer stretches. Soft bags or compact hard cases carry layers and a water bottle with zero fuss. Swap to a comfort seat if you want extra foam for true all-day rides. New MSRP lands in true bargain territory for a brand new motorcycle. Lightly used bikes often show up only a notch below new, so condition and extras matter. Trims that stretch value. Variants with factory screens, crash bars, or touring seats. Those add real comfort without adding complexity. At number 10, Honda Pacific Coast PC 800. The cult mini tourer with integrated luggage and sofa calm. We get glide-along comfort, car-like storage, and no-drama manners. Ergos, upright posture, wide bars, and a plush saddle keep shoulders and wrists relaxed. Seat height sits around 30.1 inches. The bike narrows at the tank, so footing is solid and low stress. The big fairing builds a quiet bubble. It is honest wind protection that keeps the neck and traps happy. On the move, the smooth V-twin hums at low RPM, pulls clean from lights, and settles into an effortless cruise. The chassis feels planted at legal speeds, with steady steering that never twitches. Brakes are linear, lever effort is reasonable, and low-speed balance is friendly for a full fairing machine. Heat and weather. Heat management is civil. Moving air slips past the legs without turning the cockpit into a sauna. Rain, the bodywork deflects a lot of spray, so we arrive less soaked and less tired. The trunk. That two-piece integrated rear luggage is the party trick. Groceries, jackets, small tools. It swallows them with zero fuss. No strap dance, no soft bag shuffle. Price notes. Clean title, U.S. examples live in affordable bands. Miles matter less than maintenance and plastic condition. Earlier and later years mainly differ in colors and detail updates. Buy on condition, records, and intact body panels. Comfort adds that matter. Fresh fork oil, modern tires, and a windshield in good shape. Those make a night and day difference. If that trunk impressed you, you'll love Maxi Scooter Glide. The line at number 9, Suzuki Bergman 400. Maxi Scooter Comfort, no shift ease, big storage. We get a tall screen, a supportive seat, and city-to-highway calm without a learning curve. Ergos. The saddle is supportive, with a little rider backrest that keeps posture easy. Knees stay relaxed, thanks to stretch floorboards, and foot position changes keep hips happy. Seat height is about 29.7 inches. The step-through makes mounting easy for stiff knees. CVT feel, twist and go, no drama. Takeoffs are smooth, mid-range pull is steady, and creeping through traffic is low stress. The center of gravity sits low, so slow-speed stability is excellent, and parking lot turns feel controlled. Brakes are linear and confidence building. Stops are smooth instead of grabby. At speed, the tall screen and bodywork carve a calm air pocket so shoulders stay loose and helmets stop bobbling. The single thumps along with civil manners at suburban and light highway pace. Range is solid. Fuel stops spread out, which fights fatigue. Practicality. Under seat space is big, rain layer, small groceries, even a full face for many riders. Add a top case and day-to-day errands turn into one-trip simplicity. Price notes. In the US, used sweet spots often live in budget-friendly bands. Later year tweaks brought nicer lighting, ABS availability, and efficiency gains that can be worth a small premium. Buy on condition. CVT belt and rollers, tire date codes, brake fluid age, and battery health. Fresh rubber and a healthy belt make a huge difference. Time to go light and cheap with a BMW, coming next. Number 8. BMW G310R, lightweight BMW, low-seat, real-world bargain. We get a city-smart roadster that is easy to mount, easy to steer, and easy to live with. Ergo. Neutral bars meet our hands naturally. The seat sits around 30.9 inches, but the narrow waist helps many of us plant a confident foot at stops. Pegs are mild, wrists stay relaxed, and the triangle feels open, not cramped. In town, this thing is flickable without being twitchy. Short wheelbase helps in tight alleys and parking lots, and the single-cylinder engine makes useful low RPM torque for calm pullaways. Throttle pickup is smooth, clutch effort light, and the gearbox clicks with no drama. At speed. Legal limit highways? Steady is the word. The chassis tracks straight, mid-corner bumps don't unsettle it, and mirrors stay readable. Brakes are linear and easy to modulate, so downhill stops and slow U-turns feel controlled, not tense. Ride feel. Suspension tuning leans compliant rather than harsh, taking the edge off potholes and seams. Add a small screen for chest relief, and the bike turns into a low-effort commuter that still plays nice on weekend back roads. What they go for. New examples typically land in the low 5,000s. Low-mile used bikes often show up between $3,000 and $4,000. Depending on year, care, and extras. Comfort adds that make a big difference. A short windshield, a thicker seat, and soft bags for everyday carry. Want the same city agility with zero clutch? Next, Yamaha X-Max 300, highway-capable, calm. What is your comfort priority? Seat height, weight, or wind protection? Drop your height and current bike so we can give real fit tips in replies. Making waves at number 7, Yamaha X-Max 300. Modern scooter, no drama tech, highway-capable ease. We get step-through practicality with legit long leg comfort. Ergos, the seat is supportive with a slight backstop that reduces lower back fatigue. The tall screen builds a calmer bubble of air, so shoulders and neck stay relaxed. Floorboards offer multiple foot positions, letting ankles and knees find their happy angles over long miles. City to highway. Twist go, no clutch, no fuss. The X-Max glides through stop and go with CVT smoothness, then settles at 60 to 70 miles per hour with confidence. Steering is light at low speed, planted at cruise, and braking feel is linear with strong, predictable bite. Storage and use. Under seat space swallows a day's errands. Rain layer, gym gear, even a full face for many riders. Add a top case for true one-trip living. Fuel economy is excellent. Many owners report around 70 miles per gallon, which stretches range and cuts fuel stop fatigue. Ride feel. Suspension is tuned for rough city blocks and patched suburbs. It takes the sting out of holes and seams, then settles calmly rather than pogoing. Add heated grips and a medium touring screen if you ride in shoulder seasons. Big comfort for little cost. New pricing typically sits in the low 6,000s. Nearly new scooters with low miles often list in the mid-4s to mid-5s. Look for belts and rollers in good shape, fresh tires, and a healthy battery. Those three items change the scooter from okay to great overnight. Craving a brand new low cruiser under 7,000? Cruising in at number 6, Kawasaki Eliminator 500. Budget-friendly, low-seat, super manageable size. We get a modern, lightweight cruiser tuned for easy days and no stress nights. 𝐼𝐃𝐄𝐑. The seat is very low, under 29 inches, so flat foot confidence is simple. Bars come to us, not the other way around, and the mid-mount controls keep knees comfortable for seniors who dislike extreme forward pegs. The triangle is neutral, open, and relaxed. In traffic, clutch is light, throttle is smooth, and fuel delivery at low RPM is predictable. That means fewer stalls, fewer surprises, and calmer shoulders. The bike turns inside a lane with minimal effort, and the low center of gravity makes parking lot work controlled. Ride quality. Stock shocks are decent for the class and respond to a click or two of preload. Forks shrug off smaller hits and seams, add a short windshield, and the Eliminator becomes an easy all-day putter that still has snap for on-ramp merges. Power character. The parallel twin delivers linear shove from down low, pulling cleanly onto the highway without drama. At steady cruise, the engine hums quietly and mirrors stay readable. No numb hand penalty, just calm miles. Wallet check. New pricing usually sits in the mid-6,000s, with SE or ABS trims a notch higher. Early used examples are already appearing in the mid-5s, mileage, and extras deciding the tag. Comfort bits worth having from day one. A slightly thicker seat, a mid-size screen, and soft bags. Small money, big comfort. Prefer simple standard vibes and a value twin? Blazing in at number 5, Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. Neutral, upright, value twin with easy manners. We get classic looks, calm torque, and no drama. Riding that treats the body right and the wallet kindly. 𝐼𝐃𝐄𝐑. The seat height sits about 31.5 inches, but the narrow midsection helps many of us plant a solid foot with confidence. Bars are natural, not a stretch. Pegs are mid-mounted, which keeps knees and hips relaxed for longer loops. Engine feel. The air oil-cooled twin delivers smooth fueling and a friendly shove from low RPM. It pulls without spikes, cruises without buzz, and sounds right without being loud. The gearbox is light, clutch effort is reasonable, and around town this bike feels easy to thread through traffic. Ride. The chassis is stable, not twitchy. It tips in predictably and holds a line even over mid-corner ripples. Brakes are linear and easy to modulate, which helps with slow U-turns and downhill stops. 2 up, add a click or two of preload, and the rear stays controlled. Comfort tweaks. A short windscreen takes pressure off the chest on highway stints. Many riders add a slightly thicker seat. That small change turns an afternoon spin into all-day comfort. Soft bags keep weight low and make errands zero fuss. What they go for. New pricing typically sits in the low to mid-6,000s, depending on paint and trim. Clean used examples often list between $4,000 and $5,500, miles and extras, deciding the tag. Money best spent, comfort seat, small screen, and soft luggage. Low cost, big relief. Need more cruiser torque and relaxed bars. Number 4, Suzuki Boulevard M50 805. Mid-size cruiser, low seat, friendly torque, minimal tech. We get a planted, no-hassle ride that is gentle on joints and easy in the driveway. 𝐼𝐃𝐄𝐑. The seat is low, roughly 27.5 inches, so flat foot confidence comes naturally. Bars sweep back to meet our hands, shoulders stay loose, and the saddle is cushy enough for real miles. Forward set pegs meet our feet. let ankles rest where they want. Engine and drive. The 805V twin serves calm torque from down low. Fuel injection, most years, keeps start simple and response smooth. A shaft drive means clean, quiet miles with almost zero fuss. No chain grime, no constant adjustment. Low speed manners. At walking pace, the M50 feels neutral. Parking lot figure eights are predictable, not tense. The long wheelbase tracks straight, and the clutch take-up is friendly, which keeps stop and go from becoming work. Rough roads. Fork and shock tune favor comfort. Over patched pavement, the chassis stays composed, not wallowy. Two up, add preload, and it remains controlled. Brakes are linear and confidence building, so slow turns and downhill stops feel no stress. Money side. In the US, rider-ready M50s commonly live between the mid-3,000s and mid-5,000s, with cleaner, later bikes a bit higher. Tourer kits and accessory windscreens are worth paying for if highway miles are your plan. Instant fatigue reduction you'll feel every ride. Looking for super low and light without big dollars? Don't hit the brake on us. Subscribe, ring the bell, ride with our crew. Real comfort picks every week. No hype, just facts and fun. At number 3, Honda Rebel 500. Super low seat, calm power, lightweight. We get a modern cruiser that treats knees, wrists, and back with respect while keeping the wallet happy. Ergos. Seat height sits around 27.2 inches, so flat foot confidence is easy on uneven pavement. Bars meet our hands naturally. The reach is short, the triangle is relaxed, and mid-mount pegs spare the knees. The stock saddle is decent. A plusher seat turns good into all day in town. Clutch pull is light, fueling is smooth, and first gear takeoffs feel no drama. The chassis is nimble at walking pace, so U-turns in a tight lot feel controlled, not choreographed. Steering is neutral and predictable. The bike settles quickly after small bumps. At speed. For highway stretches, add a short or mid-size windshield to cut chest pressure. Mirrors stay readable at legal limits. The parallel twin rolls on with linear torque, cruises with minimal buzz, and never begs for high revs. Brakes are linear with easy lever feel for downhill stops. Range and ease. Fuel economy is strong, so we stop less and ride more. Maintenance is straightforward. Nothing about the Rebel demands a race shop toolbox. Add soft bags and a phone mount, and it becomes a simple, everyday runabout. Money talk. New examples usually sit in the low 6,000s, depending on color and ABS. The US used market is deep. Many clean bikes live in the mid-3s to mid-5s, miles and extras deciding the tag. High-value add-ons. Comfort seat, small screen, and soft luggage. Small money, big comfort. Miss classic lines with modern smooth? Number 2. Triumph Speed Twin 900. Classic look, easy reach seat, super smooth twin. We get modern reliability wrapped in timeless style and a riding position that keeps the body calm. Fit. Seat height is about 30.1 inches, and the bike's narrow waist helps many riders plant a confident foot. Bars are close and natural, so wrists relax and shoulders drop. The stock seat is compliant. A comfort saddle turns good into great. Power and feel. The 900 twin makes calm torque from low RPM. It rolls on smoothly, pulls without drama, and never nags us to rev. Clutch effort is light. Gearbox action is tidy, and around town the fueling feels buttery. Suspension and brakes. Over seams and cracked pavement, the fork and shock settle quickly. Not pogo soft, not harsh, just controlled. Brakes are linear with easy lever feel that helps in slow U-turns and wet day stops. Heat and vibe. At idle, heat is civil for a modern twin. Once rolling, Airflow keeps things comfortable. Vibration stays in the background, adding character without numb hand penalty. Dollars and cents. New bikes typically sit around the high 9,000s, depending on color and spec. The used market is rich. Many clean examples fall between $6,000 and $8,000 with tasteful extras already fitted. Spend small on a mid-size windscreen, a thicker seat, and soft bags. Low weight, big comfort. Finally, the sleeper low-stress cruiser that seniors love, standing tall above the rest. Number 1. Honda Shadow Aero 750. Low-stress cruiser legend, very low seat, mellow V-twin, classic ergonomics. We get the easy posture, the stable feel, and the confidence that keeps us riding longer. Fit. Seat height lands around 26 inches, which means near universal flat foot control. Wide bars reduce wrist angle, shoulders drop, and the plush saddle spreads pressure so hips and tailbone stay calm. Floorboards or relaxed pegs let ankles settle where they want. Low speed manners. In a parking lot, the Aero tracks straight and turns tight without wobbles. Clutch take-up is friendly. The V-twin serves early torque, so we roll away without revving to the moon. Over patched roads, the fork and shocks return to steady quickly, not wallowy, not harsh. 2-up ready, with a supportive pillion and room to move, the Aero can carry a partner without feeling skittish. Add a sissy bar or backrest and passenger comfort jumps immediately. Highway calm. At legal speeds, the motor loafs with no drama pulses. The mid-size windshield builds a clean air pocket, so chest pressure drops and neck fatigue fades. Brakes are linear, easy to modulate in downhill or wet conditions. What to shop? In the US, rider-ready Aeros often live between $3,000 and $6,000, depending on year, miles, and care. Later fuel-injected versions bring simpler cold starts. Earlier carb bikes can be cheaper and run great with fresh jets and a clean filter. Comfort adds that matter. Touring seat, mid-size screen, soft bags, and a passenger backrest. Low weight, big relief. This is the cheap, comfortable cruiser that lets us ride longer with less pain. Which one fits you best right now and why? Seat height, weight, or wind protection? What is the deal breaker for you? Share height for better peer tips. We keep riding, we keep it comfortable, and we keep it affordable. Click the video on screen for the next list of cheap gems that truly fit senior riders. Then subscribe so you never miss a pick, a fit tip, or a price check that saves real money.